Hi Stampers, this is Trevis. Welcome to Video Friday. And so today for our YouTube, we are going to be making a thank you card. I'm going to be using a lot of spring flowers, and this card is using Flowering Rain Boots bundle. And so this stamp set inspired my card. I'm going to be using, I love this pot and the flowers. And I'm also going to be using the thank you from Celebrate Sunflowers. And so the cool thing about this stamp set is that it's this and the bundle, the dies, are 20% off this month. So if you love sunflowers, I do, this is a great bundle. And so let's get started today. I got a lot of product here to show you, and I am excited to get started. Okay, so I am going to be starting with just a white card base. And this is thick cardstock. This is our thick white cardstock. It's 5.5 by 8.5. And I scored it. That's not it. It's over here. I scored it at 4.25. And so that makes the folding nice and easy. I recommend that for thick cardstock. Okay, so what I want to do first is pull a little color onto this. I'm not going to do a lot of layering of the cardstock. There's going to be some die cuts. So I'm thinking we're just going to use the card base, simple card base. I'm going to be using my blends and blending brushes with these two colors. So I'm going to be using Basic Gray and Coastal Cabana. And do I have a brush for every color? No. I have, I keep my blending brushes, I probably have about maybe 15 of them, and I just have them in kind of color families. So I have a light blue, which I could use for Coastal Cabana, balmy blue, use it for all of the light blues. Okay, and then I have one that I say black, but I'm really using it for like the dark grays, the black, I actually have one for brown, so I don't use it for brown. But I don't wash these. Okay, so basically, I'm just going to show you my technique. So I'm just going to pull this up, and you want to tap off a little bit, right? So I'm going to kind of make a sky. All right, so I'm just going to go across. Try not to wear a lot of bracelets today because clink, 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 clink. I do that a lot. And I don't know, hope it doesn't irritate you. Sometimes it irritates me. So, okay, so I'm just going to blend this across. Don't need a whole lot of color. I'm just going to pull up a little bit more over here. I love the blending brushes, the softness. Okay, and then just basically clean it off. Now you could wash these, but that's kind of a pain. And if you do wash them, you want to wash them with gentle or just water or gentle soap, and let them dry like this. You don't want the water pooling in this part. Okay, it can be mold. So you want to let them drain like this and dry like that. Okay, preferably like kind of hanging over your sink, I guess. Sounds kind of funny, but okay, now I'm going to pull up this Basic Gray, and I'm going to, and what I'm doing here is just taking off some of the color so I don't get big blobs, because when you pick this up and you go like that, that's what you get. You get a big circle. Yuck. Not my fan. Not my favorite. Okay. So I'm just giving my card some background, light background. And I could have done that with some DSP, right? I could have put a piece of DSP on there and worked with that. But this way you can really customize your colors. And I hardly ever use Coastal Cabana. I love Coastal Cabana. It's got that green-blue color going on. Works really well with Bermuda Bay, but and pinks. And we're going to be using some pink today. Okay, so I think I'm done with that. I'm going to close this for now. I might as well close this one too. Okay, so my next colors I'm going to use, I am going to stamp some images, and I'm going to use these 4 stamp pads. I'm using Gray Granite. I'm going to be using Melon Mambo, Granny Apple Green, and Daffodil Delight. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do some clay pots. Call them clay pots. I'm not going to make them clay. I'm going to make them gray. So I'm just going to stamp 3 of these. And look at that distinctive stamp. It's so, it's so easy. Can you see the shading? I mean, Stampin' Up! Has really designed some awesome stamps here. So these are distinctive stamps. They are already shaded for you. They're awesome. Okay, so I'm going to close that. And now I have Granny Apple Green. And my next stamp from this rain boots, from the flowering rain boots, is the leaves. Okay, so the leaves to the tulips. And these really do look like tulip leaves. They, I don't know if you've ever had tulips in your yard. They have that leafy part. They have the stem, of course, but I need 3 of these. Okay. And then I'm finished with that. And now I'm going to use my Daffodil Delight, and I'm going to stamp the tulips. And so the tulips, for these beautiful leaves, I can use some more of this paper now. Have some space up here. No waste, right? So there's are the, I'm going to make 2 bunches of the yellow Daffodil Delight. And then I need to clean my stamp. And my scrub is right here. Stamp it off and then take it to the scrub. I know you're thinking, yikes-o, but that it's stained, but it's perfect. I love it. I just take it to the sink and squish it out like a chamois, car chamois, and put it right back in the case, and it's perfect. Now I'm going to use Melon Mambo. I'm just going to do 1 of these. Stamp this. Okay, love it. And then I am finished stamping with the flowers. So now I am going to cut all these out with my cut and emboss. And I did some pre-work. Okay, so I did the 3. I hope I have the 3rd one. There it is. The 3 pots. I did the 3 flower stems and leaves. And then I did the 3 tulips. Okay, so I have those all finished. So now comes the fun part. And the fun part is this. I am going to do a little background on top of this first. So there is a die in Rain Boots, and it's this die. It's kind of deceptive. It's like, what is that? But when you cut it out, you get these. Very delicate squares, and all hooked together. So what I did was I cut out 2 of these, and I'm going to lay them on my cardstock, and I'm going to glue those down. I should have probably used the adhesive sheets, but I didn't. So I'm just going to put a little bit of liquid glue on these. And there's going to be things on top of it. You don't want to go too crazy because it's going to squish out. So I'm using my silicone mat. This one's kind of thick. Okay. So really light with the glue because you don't want too much squishing out. Okay, so I'm going to put 1 down here. And then I'm going to do the second one right above it. And with this one, I don't think I'm going to have them touching. Let me see how that works out space-wise. Okay. I think I'm going to have it just up above like that. Okay. Now I'm going to use my silicone mat. Hope that didn't move. Did a little bit, I think. And I'm going to hold that down until it dries. I don't like getting all that glue on my fingers, so that's what I do. I put the silicone mat on top, and I use that as a kind of a guard against the glue. So if any squishes out, it won't get on me. See, a little bit did squish out. So the silicone mat is awesome, right? I think they're $6. And when this dries, you just rub it off. Just like, I don't know, silicone that you use to bake on. So it's awesome. Okay, so now I'm going to, before I put my flowers on, I am going to stamp thanks a bunch, because I wanted this to be a thank you card. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use this basic gray again. And I'm going to stamp thanks a bunch from that Celebrate Sunflowers set. Now it's kind of scary, right? Because I have everything on here already and I'm like nervous. I don't want to mess this up. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp it up here. Woo! Perfect. Yay. Okay, close everything. I'm done stamping. Now comes assembly. So what I want to do now is I want to use my adhesive and I just want to glue these flower pots down first. The 3 flower pots. So I'm going to put one like right here. And then one kind of up a little ways. And then I'm going to put the other one kind of overlapping down here. Okay, hope that's not too tall. Ooh, hope I did that right. Okay, so if I put this here, I think it'll still work. Okay, so since these, I'm going to cut part of this off. So I'm just going to cut this part off, and I'm just going to use this piece. I'm going to kind of curve it a little bit with my scissors, just like that, to make it look like it's inside the pot. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. There we go. And then the next one, I'm going to do the same thing, because the pot is only so big. And if you have that extra piece, it actually will hang over and it actually wouldn't fit in the pot. Looks great if you're doing a bunch of tulips along the bottom. They look great. Actually looks so real. But for this technique with the pots, no, not so much. Okay. So, oops, I forgot on that one. Forgot to do this little piece here. There we go. Okay, like that. All right, so I will use those later. And then I have this. And I think it might be easier just to put a little glue on here. Why not? You know, I could pop those up. I don't think so. I think I'm just going to do them flat. Oh. Additionally, I want to cut these 2 flowers off. Perfect. Okay, didn't put any glue on those, so I caught it just in time. So now I'm just going to raise this one up a little bit, and I'm going to put these tulips right here. And then I'm going to trim these 2 off of these. So I'm going to do the Daffodil Delight tulips the same way. Okay, and I'm just going to put my glue on there. Sometimes glue is actually easier for me because you have a little bit of wiggle time. That makes sense. Before the glue sets up, you can wiggle, kind of wiggle your stamp around, you know, if you, like that. I didn't really want to wiggle at that time, but you get it. Okay, and then this one is going to go on top of this one. If I have enough glue on there, I think I do. All right. And then the last thing is, in this set of dies, there is a little, is that a trowel? It's what you would plant with, dig up the dirt with. I'm not a gardener, I'm a stamper, but I am going to put a little glue on here. And I'm going to have that off to the side a little bit. It's just really cute. It's a really cute die. You hate not to use it. Okay, so I'm just going to put that right there. Oh, how cute is that? I love it. Okay, so there's my card. I don't think it needs anything else. Ooh, got a little adhesive on there that didn't get in my card. I don't think it needs anything else. I mean, I could have cut that down and done a border, but really, I love it the way it is. So I hope you enjoyed this card today and have a great weekend. I will see you on Tuesday. Enjoy this weather. Spring is coming. Yay. Love it. Love spring. I love Easter. So hope you're enjoying the weather too. See you later. Bye.